E aí, pessoal do YouTube, estou trazendo aqui um joguinho bem diferente, que é Infinity Nikki, que é um jogo que eu sou totalmente apaixonada, é um dos meus jogos favoritos, só que eu nunca trouxe para o canal. A única coisa que eu fiz foi vídeos curtos, né, e praticamente memes, né, do jogo. Então, eu decidi fazer, eu falei, vou gravar. Já começou uma nova história, né? Se o pessoal gostar, aí talvez eu dê uma continuação, um jogo, né? Na história. Então bora lá, gente, começar. Vamos ver aqui. Eu não vou dublar, gente, porque tem dublagem no jogo, então. Sempre tive a experiência de presenciar um dia de despedida de um Berrimute de Frostburg. Por que não falou aqui, Frostbalk? Mas que momento chegou, sinto é uma tristeza pesada demais para suportar. Entendo, esse peso também eu sinto. Mesmo que eu me lembre constantemente que isto é apenas a pesquisa acadêmica, tentar me manter a chamada observação distanciada é simplesmente muito difícil. Por que ele vai embora? O pessoal tá todo triste. Onde que é? Eu tenho que ir aonde? Procure Uriel. Uriel tá por aqui? Não vai ter dublagem não? E definhar da vida parece tão pesado. Você leu aquele poema? Ah não, ele tá morrendo? Sim, isso me deixou com o peito apertado e dolorido. Estou pensando, talvez devêssemos ir também à Floresta do Sono? Ao menos para me livrar daquele Berrimut e Frostbalg, para me dar a última olhada, para eu dar uma última olhada nele. Tá, tem que falar com eles.
It's about to fall into eternal sleep, but my research, it's not finished. I haven't gotten to tell its story yet. Everything will fade into silence. There's no time. It's too late.
Are you okay, Miss Ada? What do you mean, it's too late?
Aí vai, tadinho.
The girl and her furry friend. Please excuse me. I'm quite all right. I've just finished reading this poem and my heart feels a bit heavy.
A poem?
You
Poema.
haven't read it? That might be for the best. Perhaps the
Eu quero ler.
Asked earlier. Did this poem make them sad too? Farewell and the forest of slumber. Are those quotes from it or something?
The forest of slumber is on the edge of Elderwood Forest. It's the behemoth resting grounds. The farewell is about sending off the behemoths.
Behemoths? Aren't they dangerous? How could everyone... Miss Ada, could you show me the poem?
Nosso poema, mulher.
Of course. Things might make more sense once you read it.
The land grows tired. Its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear.
Venham as flores murchas entregues ao tempo. Alimentem nossas esperanças que brotam. Faça chuva ou faça sol. Deixem que as folhas caídas escrevam um prólogo da sua partida. Embora este momento tenha sido há muito previsto, embora, como você, eu nunca tenha temido as sombras da morte. Tá bom, Nick, eu já li o resto. Achei que você não ia ler.
Everyone's only focusing on the sad parts and overlooking the hopeful ones.
The separation between the living and the dead.
É dolorosa.
A small spark of hope feels too fragile to bridge it.
The separation... I suppose you're right. Just thinking about it makes my heart feel heavy. Maybe that's why the once terrifying behemoths seem a bit gentler in our memories.
That's right. It's a pity I didn't have a chance to get to know it properly. That fur, pure as snow. Under the sunlight, it must have been so. That day, I even told Lee that if I ever got the chance, I'd touch it myself and feel that softness firsthand.
Miss Ada.
A behemoth's rest is a long and poetic farewell. If you're curious, You can go
Eu
see for
quero ver.
yourselves in the... Oh, right. I'm getting ahead of myself. What brings you here?
Oh, yeah, our mission. Hilsetti said that the guild has a super important document that needs your signature. He hasn't been able to reach you, so he asked Nikki and me to find you.
Oh, I was so heartbroken I had forgotten to reply to him. I'll head to the guild and find him.
Let's
Tá,
take it to
vai
the
lá.
Forest of Slumber, Nikki. We can
Que eu
hear the
irei lá
forest
ver
song,
o
just like the poem says.
bichinho, tadinho. Tá, é aqui perto, achei que era longe. Ainda bem.
Where did this glimmer come from? Looks like there's a cabin.
Vagalumes, não é?
I think
Brilho?
Wait a sec. Was that cabin always there? I don't remember seeing it before. The glimmer landed on that book. Hold on. Is that...
A collection of poems?
Melody? Huh. I think that must be who owns the book. But why just leave it here?
Ah, tem que pular. Tô aqui esperando. Número Zelda esse livro, não sei porquê.
It went inside?
The land grows tired, its time draws near. As stars fade and fall, the forest's song we hear. Hold on. Momo, doesn't this sound exactly like the poem Miss Ada gave us?
E o livro sequestrou a gente. Igual lá quando teve... Eu esqueci o nome quando a gente foi para aquele lugar da tinta lá, que o pessoal sumia com a chuva. A missão tá ali, então bora lá.
This place. Momo? Momo?
Poxa, o Momo aqui.
What happened? How did we end up here all of a sudden?
Acho que a gente não tá em Island. Onde tá, ué?
Let me go. I have to see the Frostboro behemoth.
Quer conversar?
The fading of life. It feels so heavy. Just knowing we can only stand by and watch it slip away. Powerless to do anything. I can't help but...
Será que a gente tem como salvar ela? O que tá acontecendo com ela?
We ought to show some respect for those who have passed.
What's a bard doing here at a time like this? Just singing and playing like nothing's happened? I mean, the lyrics sound like a mourning song for the Frostboro behemoth, but shouldn't that melody feel a bit more somber?
Maybe everyone's mood is rubbing off on me. Now my heart's aching.
Mine too. But that bard seems to be having a pretty different reaction.
Tradução
Don't you think?
às vezes muda
Let's
de
go
um
talk to
jeito.
her.
Parece que eles estão usando IA na tradução, né? Antes não era IA, eu acho.
We are like the intertwining streams of the forest, shining, shimmering in the dawnlight like tears. Teardrops? I think teardrops works better, like trembling dewdrops in the morning light. It keeps the poem's airy rhythm while adding a touch of gentle sorrow. Teardrops. Teardrops. You're right! It does fit! Thank you, miss. Oh, and your little round companion, too.
Amiguinho
Are
redondinho.
you also here to bid it farewell?
What do you mean by it?
Oh, you must be passing through, I take it. Or stylists, perhaps? Such a shame. The Forest of Slumber isn't exactly the best place to find inspiration. Momo and I came here for the Frostbow Behemoth's slumber. But we've run into some strange things that we don't quite understand.
That's right. We planned to come straight here, but we saw this cabin right near the Forest of Slumber. We found this strange poetry collection inside, and before we knew it, we were here.
Nikki, Momo, a small cabin. A strange poetry collection. Well, whatever the case, since we're all here for the... Please, allow me to introduce myself. I'm Melody, a bard who roams this land. I am the forest's most devoted traveler. So you're Melody. We saw your name on the poetry collection back at the cabin. The cabin? Oh, yes. I call it my verse haven. Strange. I don't recall writing any poetry up there.
Roubaram seu livro, senhora.
Fallen leaves in the forest. When inspiration strikes, a few lines are left behind, and when the wind blows, they scatter and drift, each carrying the seed. But
Gente, eu vou pular mais rápido porque aqui eles ficam falando muito devagar. Não sei se vocês se incomodam com isso.
They're like us.
That's the charm of a bard. They can turn the simplest words into something incredible.
What? Well, Momo, that's quite a unique way to compliment someone. Do you mean that frostbow behemoth that's close to its final slumber? Yes, it loves meeting interesting people. Beings, I should say. If it knew you'd come to send it off too, it would be delighted. Wait, so those people we saw earlier were here to say goodbye to the frostbow behemoth too? That's right. To the world, the behemoth is a mighty and dangerous creature. Only here in this quiet place can someone truly get close to it.
Eles são tão fofinhos.
It's written into their very nature. When they grow old and weary, they follow the moonlight to the forest of slumber. Some come here to mourn through great works. Others sit in silent prayer.
Pergunte por que a música soa tão alegre. Pergunte a Melote como você se sente neste momento.
It sounds like you and the frostbow behemoth have a pretty deep connection. How do you feel, knowing it's about to pass on? I know what you mean. The behemoth and I are close friends, and I'm heartbroken to say goodbye. At the same time, though, who says a farewell must be filled with sorrow? For behemoths, the final slumber is a brand new beginning. They continue to watch over the forest in a calmer, more eternal way. I would much rather send my friend off with joyous verse than do nothing but drown in my tears. I see.
But still, that doesn't change the fact that it's leaving, does it? We won't ever see it again.
Even so, we'll be okay. Life is a long poem.
De manhã, se fosse eu já tava no rio de choro já.
Here, take this. It's a poem I wrote. May it inspire you on your journey ahead.
Ah, nem deixou eu ler. É ele? Adoro aventureira.
How did a young behemoth get here?
Oh, meu Deus, coisa fofinha.
Didn't they say there was only an old frostbow behemoth in the forest of slumber?
Wait a second. It's white. It's a young behemoth.
É, dá pra ver, né? Porque o Behemoth, eu não sei falar direito. Eles são enormes.
Interesting. Behemoth evolution is highly dependent upon the survival of the fittest. Young behemoths that turn white are typically considered weaker compared to other varieties, leaving them little chance at surviving.
Eu
This is the
adoto ele.
largest young behemoth that has turned white I've ever seen. It also appears to have survived longer than other white young behemoths. I need to record this discovery immediately.
Don't come any closer! Help me!
Oh, cara, tadinho. Não tá fazendo nada de mal.
Watch out, Nikki! Don't worry. I'll protect
Ah, tá.
It's okay, Momo. By the looks of it, this seems to be a fairly young, sprout-born behemoth. It's likely much less
Behemoth,
aggressive than a
igual a
fully
mulher
grown
fala. Vou
one.
tentar falar igual ela.
However, it's clearly agitated. We'll need to find a way to calm it down first. You're right. If it keeps running around like that, it might hurt itself or put others in harm's way. Let me try.
Vai cantar pra ele, mulher? Ah, sabia?
It's no use.
Não adianta.
I'm much too frightened. My poetry can only do so much.
Também, mulher, você canta música de dormir pra ele? Aumenta um pouquinho o som,
Wait,
gente.
I think I know what's wrong. The poor thing's caked in mud. It must be uncomfortable.
Eu vou limpar ele.
Thinking what I'm thinking? It's the perfect time to use the animal grooming outfit.
Tosqueador.
Exactly. Don't worry, Melody. We can handle this. We'll just need your help. Leave it to me. I can keep it distracted while you do the grooming. How does that sound, Miss Nikki?
Tá, eu vou... Eu tenho essa roupa? Usabilidade de higiene. Ah, da de higiene. A higiene eu tenho, não é tosquear. A tradução saiu errada. Ai, que bonitinho. Parece a minha cachorrinha. Pronto. Oh, meu Deus.
Nikki, are you okay?
Claro que eu tô bem.
I'm fine. Don't worry. The behemoth looked so scared while I was grooming it, but it never tried to attack me. This young one is quite a bit smaller than an average sprout-born behemoth. Not only that,
O
but
filho
it
da
seems to have a familiar
sua
aura
amiga
about it.
Berrimut.
Could it be related to
Então,
the
vou falar
frostbow
errado.
behemoth in the forest?
Louie, I think I know what it's trying to say. Could you repeat that?
Ai, tá triste.
Oh, human. Forest.
Caiu o mano dele.
Behemoth language is a little tricky, but I think I got the gist. It's asking us to head to the forest and help save the frostbow behemoth.
Ah, tá. Achei que era um humano. Que fofinho.
Melody, do you really think the frostbow behemoth in the forest is beyond saving? Miss Nikki, do you know why we call it the frostbow
Gente, minha
behemoth?
cachorra tá fazendo barulho aqui, então se vocês escutarem, perdão.
Frostbow. Boughs! Is it because the horns that sprout from its head will eventually grow into the shape of tree boughs? Wow! Good eye, Miss Nikki. Sprouts symbolize new life. Every young behemoth is like a newly sprouted spring shoot, full of vibrant energy. That's why they're called sprout-born behemoths. As they grow older, the sprouts on their head grow strong, stretching into giant branches before withering away and falling off. Their fur becomes snowy white, and their towering horns spread out like branches in the wind. It's when the last flower on their branches withers away that their life comes to an end. For the behemoth, this is the circle of life. For you and me, the same can also be said. We too must meet our end one day.
Ai, mulher, para de me deixar
I
triste.
see. But it...
Mas, né?
Melody, I still want to follow the young behemoth into the forest. What if there's still hope? Maybe the frostbow behemoth is just sleeping. No one's ever seen it themselves, right? Everyone only knows it from that poem. All things have cycles, beginnings and ends, like leaves falling to the ground. It's something we can't change by will alone.
É, deixa a gente tentar,
But you
pelo
must
menos.
follow your heart, Miss Nikki. This instinctive love for life of yours, I believe it's the most admirable thing about you. Thank you, Melody. Then, would you like to come with us? Let's go, little one. The Forest of Slumber is still the behemoth's domain. Please be careful, Miss Nikki.
Né, você vai falar,
Alright, then.
cuidado
I wish you
comigo.
luck on your journey.
Derrotei tanto bicho por aí.
Close your eyes, time to rest,
time to keep the promises that we made.
À medida que o longo verão se despede, também se desvã. Deixa eu ler. Tá, fique devagar.
Growing out of the bushes? And that glimmer?
Verão que se desvanece silencioso, solitário, uma temporada perdida para sempre.
If all seems pointless, will you still pursue?
Se tudo parecer inútil, você ainda assim persistirá?
Would you write it all the same?
Se os ramos novos chorarem, se a alegria der lugar à dor,
Look, what is that?
você escreveria tudo da mesma forma? Eu escrevi errado, mas tá bom. Calma que eu chego um dia, chega aí. Umas coisas novas, acho que eu não peguei isso. Eu já peguei, acho que sim. Ele lá. Deve ser a mãe dele, né? Eu acredito. Um suspiro irrompeu pelos versos. Gente, não deixa eu ler. Deixa eu aparecer outro lugar.
Momo, we came back.
It all happened so fast. I didn't even have time to react. Like waking up in the middle of a dream, except we weren't even asleep.
That silhouette we saw, that must have been the Frostbow behemoth, right? It feels like we were teleported back the moment we saw it.
Maybe it didn't want to be seen, so it sent us away? Behemoths don't have that kind of power, right?
Acho que não.
Was it because of the poems? Or the glimmer?
Oh yeah, it might have been the glimmer. I mean, that's what brought us here in the first place, but why would it send us there, only to bring us back?
Estranho. Eu não consegui ler, eu apertei. Se novos ramos chorarem, se a alegria der lugar à dor, se no final já estiver definido, você escreveria da mesma forma?
Pointless. A set ending. Still pursue?
Nikki, I think I get it now.
I think I do too.
Significa que tudo é em vão, porque no final foi escrito há muito tempo.
The more we struggle, the more sorrow we feel. Like tender sprouts that can never be seeds again. Or the hustle and bustle of midsummer coming to an end.
Is it talking about us trying to save the Frostbow behemoth?
Ela não quer que a gente salve ele?
Yes. We might even end up making the young behemoth suffer more by trying to help.
But...
But life is so precious, and the young behemoth was so excited to invite us into the forest. Maybe we can help it.
That's right. We can't give up so easily. If we miss our only chance to help the Frostbow behemoth, we'll regret it. The glimmer's back, Nikki. It landed on that drawing paper over there.
Is it because of our response? Let's go take a look.
Bora. Ver se a gente entra de novo.
Full-grown behemoth. The way it runs through the forest is so graceful. And look over there. It looks like
Não é
a girl.
Toca a
There's some
música
faint
lá?
writing on the back of the paper. Looks like a few blurry lines of poetry. Through verdant years we walked as one, where forest shade met glinting sun. Vines of light and shadow spun, and verses of our bond were sung.
Chegamos perto. Esse é. E tem que pular? Ah, tá.
Wow, it looks like a snowy mountain up close. Huh, its horns really do look like branches, don't they? And look at those tiny white flowers hanging from them.
Melody said that when the white flowers on a behemoth's horns wither away, its life is coming to an end. If you can see them, that means we still have a chance.
Que bonitinho, gente. Tá, mas a gente tem que fazer o quê?
Don't worry, we're all here. Just tell us what you need us to do.
It says hello to both of us, and it wants to say
Tem
thanks.
que agradecer.
Asking
Tô
if we can
perguntando
use
se
these
podemos
things it found
usar
earlier. These healing supplies to help.
antes de cura.
It must be referring to
Ah,
this frostbound
papai.
behemoth. Healing supplies. Oh, I think I found them. A big pile of herbs, right?
Mas como
It
que a
says
gente faz?
Papa's body isn't as warm as it usually is, and it's been sleeping a lot more. Aw. It says when Papa sleeps, he cries out in pain. It's really worried. Papa hasn't spoken to it for days. It thinks Papa might be sick.
Está doente, está na cara.
It says it's seen many humans and trumlings before, and they all had magic jars? When someone felt as bad as Papa, they'd take out something soft that smelled nice to make them get better. So it thought if it could just find similar things, Papa would surely recover. It searched all around and gathered a bunch of them. But it doesn't know how to use them, so it needs to find someone who could help.
It remembered what healing looked like, and it's trying its very best to ease the Frostbow Behemoth's pain in the only way it knows how. Good job, little one. You've done so well.
It says Papa is
inteligente.
really important to it. Papa took
Papai
care of it when it
inteligente.
was all alone and helped the little guy survive. It doesn't want to lose Papa. Papa's the best in the whole
Então ele
world.
meio que adotou ele, o grandão.
It says it'll give all of its treasures to the person who's willing to help.
You and Papa are just like me and Momo. In human language, we call each other family. Family means that no matter what happens, we can count on each other, and we'll see things through. Keep your treasures,
Fala umas
little
coisas
one.
bonitas, hein?
We'll do whatever we can to help you and Papa.
No need to thank us.
Now let's take a look at these healing supplies and see if there's anything we can use.
Mas a Nikki não vai saber preparar, acredito.
Herbs, powders. These seem more promising.
Let's pick...
Saquinho de ervas, um feixe de ervas secas, uma laranja amarelada, um pote de barro. Pega um saquinho de
This little
ervas.
pouch is full of herbs. What about this one?
It says anti-insect and itch relief. Probably not
No.
useful for the frostbow behemoth.
Feixe de ervas
A
secas.
handful of dried herbs. But they look the same as the ones in the pouch.
There's gotta be something in here.
This bandage. Maybe we could use it? But then again, it probably
Mas ele
won't
tá
do
machucado?
That's fine. We'll keep.
How about this one? It smells really nice. Such a comforting scent.
This says rest powder. It's supposed to restore energy and help you feel refreshed. Sounds like the best option here, but
Looks like we'll still have to figure something out ourselves. Still, maybe the rest powder can help the Frostbow Behemoth sleep more comfortably.
É
and use
melhor.
it-
right. And it might also help calm the young behemoth. Let's take it and try it out on the frostbow behemoth.
What a lovely sunny day. Let's check out what the
Ficando
Shrooms
de
are doing.
dia.
The closer we get, the more I see just how weak the frostbow behemoth really is. Even its voice sounds tired. It says, don't be afraid, and that Papa won't hurt us.
Nem tem dente
We're
mais,
not
pelo
here to
jeito.
hurt you or the young behemoth.
Bem velhinho, então.
We're here to help. This is the medicine the young behemoth found. If you take it, it should ease the pain and help you rest.
Huh? It's...
E
Huh? You don't need it. It's asking us to leave.
por quê?
Leave? Why?
It says it's no use. It thanks us for our kindness, but it wants us to go before the young behemoth gets back. It'll tell the little one that it's already taken the medicine. It says that this is natural. It's the final stage of its life cycle. Sooner or... It's just worried about the young behemoth. Nikki, should we...
Please, take this medicine and rest, Papa. I know you're worried. This way you can stay with the young behemoth for just a little longer.
E ficar pelo seu bichinho.
It says we're the strongest duo it's ever met. And that it'll always remember our kindness.
Seeing them snuggling together like this, I can't imagine how heartbroken the young behemoth would be if Papa were really gone.
I know. The young behemoth finally found someone like Papa. Now it might have to be all alone again.
Just like the poem says, all our efforts will be in vain.
Nikki. Why do things have to die? If no one ever died, then we could always be together. No sadness, no grief. We could just be happy forever.
But if life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another?
Num mundo igual ao nosso,
Melody.
seria um problema, né? A imortalidade no mundo que vivemos. Pessoas ruins, né, e tal.
The glimmer sent us back to the little cabin again.
If life never ended, how would we know the depth of our love for one another? What did Melody mean by that?
Oh, I get
Toda
it.
vez que deparamos com
Every
uma
time we're
pergunta
faced with
difícil
a
como
difficult
essa,
question
somos
like that,
mandados de volta
get
para a
sent back to the
cabine.
cabin.
Ah,
But when we find an answer, the glimmer shows up and sends us to another story.
Yes, but where are all these questions coming from anyway? Who's giving them to us? And why didn't Melody get sent back with us? Never mind. We've got to focus on answering the question first. Papa and the young behemoth story isn't over yet.
Death. Love's depth.
morte, profundidade do amor.
Does this
Será que
mean that
significa
death's
que a existência da morte fortalece o poder do amor? Será?
Guess that sounds right, but wait. Love is a miracle all on its own. Why does it need death to measure its worth? Just like Papa and the young behemoth. Their love was so deep, and death had nothing to do with it. They could have been happy forever.
Forever? Wait, Momo. If life lasted forever, would Papa and the little one's love even exist?
Talvez.
Papa protected the young behemoth and saved its life. That's how the two of them became each other's chosen family.
You mean if the little one could never die, Papa wouldn't
Mas
have
a
needed to
morte,
save
né?
it?
O amor não
They might have
existe
never
só
gotten
por
to
causa
love
da
one another.
morte, né? Já tá, tá estranho isso.
And the little one trying everything they could to keep Papa alive. That wouldn't have happened either?
I think I do too. Life is so fragile that saving and protecting someone becomes that much more meaningful. That's why Papa rescued the little one and cared for it with such tenderness. And that's why the
Que
little one did
susto!
everything it could to eat death, strengthen their love, in a way. An inescapable end to a wonderful story. But that love won't die with Papa. It'll live on forever in the young behemoth's memory.
Wow, that makes so much sense now.
Maybe what we really fear isn't death itself, but that the deep love we have for one another might fade away with it.
The glimmer, it's back! Looks like we found the right answer, Nikki. There it is, on that photo over there.
Let's take a look.
Outra foto. Bora.
It's a slumbering frostbound
Uma
behemoth.
árvore. É um gigante de galho gelado adormecido. Oxe, o universo da página diz.
The ground's veins began to tremble.
Eu tô lendo,
And
sendo que eles estão
mottled corn
dublando.
sank into the fields. New green branches broke through the soil, transforming into verdant shade.
Vou voltar pra lá. Voltei.
We're back!
César Menotti. Melotti é o nome da mulher. Mas lembro César Menotti.
Melody, you came back?
Melody.
I did. I've come to see friends, new and old. It's been so long since I've seen it sleep so peacefully.
We were hoping to find another way, but
Papa is a kind behemoth. It knew its life was coming to an end, and it didn't want you to worry or The little one was its only concern. I just don't know how the poor thing will manage from now on. It'll grow up strong. Love heals wounds and gives courage too, doesn't it? Besides, behemoths are naturally independent creatures. The little one's calmed down quite a bit since you've been away. Has the young behemoth really made peace with Papa's passing? I can't help but wonder if we could have done more to help. I know the behemoth is young, but it has such a strong sense of life for its age. It's just not quite ready to face the truth yet. But this day was always coming, whether we liked it or not. All we can do is be there for the little one.
you seem to know a lot about behemoths. More than most scholars and adventurers, even.
You're quite the curious one. But my story with behemoths began with a bit of curiosity, too. When I was little, I was fascinated by behemoths. I'd hide away and watch them for hours. My interest in them continued as I got older. I eventually discovered that they sometimes follow the sound of my songs.
Wow! Who knew they had such an artsy side?
I've traveled far and wide these past few years, learning as much as I can. And this
Essa mulher fala
frostbound
bastante.
behemoth's name is Hesper.
Frostbald. Esper.
So Papa is the little one's special nickname for it?
That's right. I still remember when I first met it. Every step it took was full of vibrant energy. It loved roaming around at night, chasing glimmers in the woods and gazing up at the
Os
stars.
brilhos das
I mean,
estrelas.
unfortunately, even the brightest stars will one day burn out.
Ah, mulher, para, Melotti.
But at least they still cherish this land. Their story isn't over yet. Let's find a place to sit. I'll tell you the rest of the behemoth story through a poem.
You really love writing poetry, huh?
Poetry helps us remember. If one day you feel there's someone, something, or even a fleeting moment worth remembering forever, maybe you'll want to write it into a poem too. Before we have to say goodbye to Hesper, please listen to my poem.
Ah, ele vai morrer?
Follow me.
Não.
This is
Deixa
where
eu
I
só fazer
often come
carinho
to
nele.
write
Será
and
que dá?
find inspiration.
Quero fazer carinho nele. Ele é muito lindo. Tá bom, fica um tempão aí fazendo carinho. Vamos, Melote. Posso chegar lá antes de você? Esse negócio aqui. Ela vai cantar.
Melody, we're ready.
Now then, where shall I begin? A behemoth's journey begins with separation. When they walk alone into the storm, they truly know loneliness. Tell me what it means to be lonely, to be parted. Warmth leaves us vanishing quickly, like dew in the morning. Loneliness haunts like a shadow. Loneliness takes root in the soul. But this loneliness gives them a deeper understanding of farewells, more romantic than even poetry. Where the journey came to its end, and a lifetime returned to dust, springs an elder wood watching over the clumsy first steps of the young amidst the bloom. The source of reincarnation comes from a time long ago when the gods still lingered. I listened as the great horn sank into the flowers, and the ground shook in its reply. New shoots grew, touched the air, and started swaying. And the forest, it sang along. It sang the whispers first heard after final parting. Its song rang out across the land, echoes returning back to us, where we hope to meet again.
Voltamos.
Looks like the glimmer didn't leave us a question this time.
Maybe they think we fully understand now, so they sent us back? You know, with all this going back and forth, I see life and death pretty differently now. Especially after hearing Melody's poem. The way that behemoths turn into trees after death to keep protecting the forest makes Papa's death seem a lot less scary and a lot more
Ah, então ele se torna numa árvore. Então por isso que o O chifre dele, chifre? Eu espero que é assim que fala. O chifre dele tem flores e parece galhos de árvore.
The death of a behemoth is much more poetic than a human's. I
Interessante,
used to think they'd
mas
vanish just like
triste ao
us,
mesmo tempo, né?
that their existence would fade over time. But instead, they take root in the forest, becoming tall trees that protect the land and everything they love. Their love isn't simply
Mas e o
memories,
bebê,
stories, or
tipo assim,
influence. It's much more
ele
tangible.
vai ficar desamparado?
When you put it that way, I'm a little jealous of those behemoths.
Even if we don't turn into trees after death, we have our own ways of passing things on. That's what life is all about. It's precious because
Ela é
it's
preciosa
finite.
porque é
It's
finita,
incredibly
extremamente
vibrant
vibrante e
and worth
merece
protecting
ser
for
protegida
generations
por
to come.
gerações futuras.
When you look at it that way,
Você olha por essa
death
perspectiva, a
doesn't
morte
seem so
já não
scary
parece tão
anymore.
assustadora, porque nossas vidas,
Because
nossos amores,
our
nossos
lives,
pensamentos,
our
até nossa
loves, our
civilização
thoughts, and even our
continuarão existindo
civilization will live on after we pass away.
depois de um tempo, é isso?
I
Não,
feel
bem
like this will
assim
be the
não, né,
last
Nick?
time.
Mas tá bom.
We'll bring this story to a close on this journey.
It landed on the manuscript. Let's go check it out.
Mas será que ele vai morrer? Eu não tô preparada pra isso, não. Não estou preparada. Será que ele
I
vai
love how
morrer? Se
refreshing
ele
the
não
cool
vai morrer,
raindrops feel.
agora estou com medo. O que vocês acham, gente? Gente, esse foi o vídeo. Espero que vocês tenham gostado. Foi meio triste? Foi bem triste, na verdade. Então, se vocês gostarem de Infinity Nick, eu trago mais para o canal. E é isso, gente. Deixa o like aí para mostrar que você gostou. Se inscreva, comente também. Comente alguma coisa aleatória. Comenta, Nick. E até o próximo vídeo, gente. Beijinhos!